Chosen one, the final act is closer than you think, and it will leave you speechless. Something is shifting in the unseen realm even now. You may not see it with your eyes, but you can sense it in your spirit. The atmosphere around your life feels different. The pressure feels different. The timing feels different. This is not just another motivational message to help you endure one more difficult day. This is about the last strategic move in a divine plan that began long before you understood what was happening. You are not at the end of your story. You are standing at the doorway of the life you were always meant to step into. The seasons of delay, refining, and quiet preparation are closing. What is opening in front of you will challenge everything you thought you knew about your purpose. Before we go further, pause with me for a moment. If something inside you is already responding to these words, if your heart feels stirred, go to the comment section and write your deepest desire, followed by 777. This is not superstition. It is a declaration. It is alignment. It is faith agreeing with heaven's timing. And if this message is touching your spirit, make sure you like and subscribe, because what is unfolding is only the beginning of a greater journey. Now listen carefully. What God is arranging right now will astonish you and everyone who knows your story. Everything is aligning in ways you could never have engineered on your own. The conversations you are about to have will unlock doors you didn't even know were there. The delays that once frustrated you will suddenly make sense. People will step into your life at exactly the right moment, as if positioned by an invisible hand, because they were. What looked like chaos was actually precision. What felt random was strategic placement. You were being arranged, not abandoned. Every confusing season, every long stretch of silence, every night you wondered if heaven had forgotten your name. It was all part of the design. Nothing was wasted. Not the tears, not the setbacks, not the moments you almost gave up. And understand this clearly. The resistance you've been facing is not accidental. The pressure increased because your breakthrough is close. The enemy does not attack what has no value. The opposition intensified because your faith already positioned you for something greater. Disappointment could not cancel it. Betrayal could not erase it. Most people expect divine intervention to arrive loudly, with obvious signs and dramatic displays. But the most powerful moves of God often enter quietly. They don't need to announce themselves. They carry authority without noise. This final move is not only about blessings appearing around you, it is about strength forming within you. Closed doors were not rejection, they were protection. Hard seasons were not punishment, they were preparation. You were being built to carry what is coming. The patience you developed under pressure, the resilience formed in silence, the discernment sharpened through disappointment. These are not random traits. They are tools, and you will need them where you are going. True wisdom is not formed in quick victories. It is shaped in endurance. It is born in the moments when quitting felt easier than continuing, yet you chose to stay. It was formed in those nights when you prayed and heard nothing back, when you wrestled with doubt, when you had to trust without evidence. That is where the transformation happened. That is where you were strengthened. Now you stand on the edge of understanding why it all unfolded the way it did. The delay was not denial. The silence was not abandonment. It was strategy operating beyond your sight. You feel it now, don't you? That tension in your spirit, that quiet restlessness. It feels like standing between not yet and any second now. You are tired of waiting, yet you can sense something shifting. That tension is not a warning, it is confirmation. It means you are in the space right before breakthrough, and the enemy senses it too. That is why the pressure has intensified. That is why distractions have multiplied. That is why exhaustion has tried to settle over you. But look closely at what is happening. People who once drained you are naturally drifting away. Situations that held you back are losing their grip. Even your desires are changing. You want different things now, healthier things, higher things. This is not coincidence. It is pruning. You have been in a refining fire. Yes, it hurt. Yes, it stretched you. But it did not destroy you. It expanded you. Every loss repositioned you. Every ending cleared space. You are not being punished. You are being prepared for promotion. The fiercest resistance always shows up right before the breakthrough. And right now, the primary weapons being used against you are distraction, discouragement, and exhaustion. The goal is simple: to wear you down just before the harvest rises, to make you doubt just before the evidence appears, to push you to quit just before everything changes. But here is what you must remember. You are not stepping into survival anymore. You are stepping into authority. You are shifting from temporary relief to permanent establishment. And when this move fully manifests, it will be undeniable. Even those who questioned you will have to acknowledge that something greater was guiding your steps. So guard yourself carefully in this season. Protect your focus. Be intentional with your energy. Do not wait until the moment arrives to prepare. Prepare now. Positioning is already happening. And when we speak of positioning, we are not talking about your job title, your location, or your social image. This is about spiritual alignment, mental alignment with heaven's design for your life. You are being established in the unseen realm first. That is where real authority begins. Have you noticed your awareness increasing? You sense things quicker, you pick up on shifts faster, you feel an urgency that others cannot explain. You are questioning paths and relationships you once accepted without thought. This is not fear, it is discernment. You are being trained to respond wisely instead of reacting emotionally, to move strategically instead of impulsively, to operate from clarity instead of confusion. The discomfort you feel is not instability, it is growth. You are adjusting to a higher level. This unfamiliar feeling is intentional. You are being trained to carry blessings you have never held before, to manage opportunities you once only dreamed about, to walk in favor that requires maturity, not just excitement. You are rehearsing for a life that does not resemble your past. That is why this season felt like an upgrade happening internally. Your capacity expanded, your mindset stretched. Your spirit was tuned to a higher frequency. Look back at everything you endured. Every obstacle refined you. When people underestimated you, it built quiet strength. When betrayal stung, it sharpened discernment. When doors closed unexpectedly, it taught you to trust timing beyond your understanding. Nothing was wasted. And here is something even greater. You were never being prepared for yourself alone. You are part of a larger design. What is coming to you is meant to flow through you. Your testimony will unlock doors for others. Your breakthrough will encourage someone who is still in the waiting. The timing had to be exact because the impact will extend beyond you. So what are the signs this shift is already happening? First, your prayers feel clearer. Confusion is lifty. Second, opportunities are surfacing that strangely align with long-standing desires, even if they look different than you imagined. Third, there is a peace inside you that logic cannot explain. That peace is confirmation. These are not coincidences, they are signals, and now is the time to practice gratitude, especially for the hard days. Thank God for the delays. Thank Him for the losses. Thank Him for the pruning. Gratitude shifts the atmosphere and prepares you for overflow. When this shift reaches its fullness, the heaviness you've carried will lift in a way that feels almost unreal. You will look back and see how every piece connected with flawless precision. What once caused confusion will now bring clarity. What once caused pain will now produce gratitude. You will realize that heaven was never silent. It was strategic. But understand this, the move that is coming will not look the way most people expect. It will not explode into your life all at once like lightning splitting the sky. It will build like a wave gathering strength beyond the horizon. Quiet at first, subtle, almost easy to overlook. Small confirmations, gentle nudges, unexpected favor. tiny doors opening. Do not dismiss these moments. They are breadcrumbs leading you into something unstoppable. This phase will test your awareness. Are you paying attention? Have you developed the discernment to recognize divine movement before it becomes obvious to everyone else? The shift will begin in details: rearranged relationships, adjusted desires, unexpected alignments. Watch closely. When this move fully arrives, it will be complete and irreversible. What leaves will not return. What closes will remain closed. What opens will remain secure, unless you choose to step away from it. That is why you must stay centered during this transition. The opposition understands it cannot cancel what is or die, Ned. So its strategy now is distraction. Old connections may resurface. Opportunities that look attractive but require compromise may appear. Temptations you thought were finished may knock again. This is not random. It is resistance trying to delay destiny. Discernment is your shield right now. The real objective of the resistance is not to destroy you. It is to slow you down, to pull you slightly out of position, to make you second-guess the very clarity you just gained. Because if you miss the timing, you delay the release. Every decision you make in this season carries weight. Every relationship you entertain, every door you consider stepping through, it all matters. So there are things that must be released immediately. Release the doubt that questions whether God will truly finish what He started. Release the fear that freezes your forward movement. Release the connections that only drain but never pour back into you. And if something ended without closure, let it remain closed. Not everything requires explanation. Some endings were protection. This is pruning with precision. You may feel like things are being cut away quickly now. Let them go. Trust the process. What is being removed cannot go where you are headed. Because what is coming will feel like overflow. Multiple prayers answered in close succession. Doors opening back to back. Opportunities aligning faster than you expected. And if you are not prepared internally, the very blessing you prayed for could overwhelm you. That is why the preparation mattered so much. You were not just being tested, you were being expanded. So ask yourself honestly, is there bitterness I still need to release? Is there fear I must confront? Are there skills I should sharpen right now? Strengthen yourself before the acceleration begins. Because when it does, it will move quickly, and you must be ready to move with it. There is something else you must understand clearly. Not everyone will celebrate what is about to happen in your life. Some will question it. Some will quietly resent it. Others will try to minimize it. Your elevation will highlight their stagnation, and not everyone is ready to confront that reflection. Breakthrough has always unsettled those who are not aligned. When the sea parted before Moses, it was salvation for some and judgment for others. When David was chosen, even those closest to him struggled to see what God saw. When miracles happened through Jesus, celebration and opposition arrived at the same time. So stop shrinking yourself to make others comfortable. Stop apologizing for your calling. Stop explaining what heaven does not require you to defend. What is coming will prove something unmistakable. It will prove that the delay was not denial, it was protection. It will prove that the pain had purpose. It will prove that the silence was never absence. It was strategy unfolding behind the curtain. Every tear you cried was planted like a seed. Every desperate prayer was recorded. Nothing slipped through unseen. And when the harvest begins, you will not have to force anything. You will not have to beg for recognition. You will not have to convince anyone that it is your time. The fruit will speak. The favor will be obvious. The peace within you will be unshakable. Even those who doubted will quietly acknowledge that something divine carried you here. This is what alignment looks like, when what heaven declared finally becomes visible on earth. Here is the vision you must hold on to now. What is about to change is not just your situation. It is your trajectory. Your destiny is being rewritten from a higher place. Every delay shielded you from something that would have derailed you. Every closed door redirected you towards something far greater than what you originally wanted. Every tear watered a field you could not yet see. The weight you have been carrying is about to lift, fully, not temporarily. The cycles that kept repeating are about to break permanently. The paths that seemed lost are about to reopen in ways that make it undeniable that you were never forgotten. And something else is shifting. The shame you carried will be replaced with honor. The rejection you endured will turn into celebration. Scarcity will give way to abundance. Confusion will be replaced by clarity so sharp it silences doubt. The exhaustion that followed you will be exchanged for renewed strength that feels almost supernatural. This is not a small adjustment. It is transformation. You will see that nothing was late. Nothing was early. Everything moved with exact precision. The people who walked away will realize what they misjudged. The opportunities that passed you by will reveal why they had to. The prayers that felt unanswered will show they were being fulfilled in a greater way than you imagined. Every no was protection for a bigger yes. Every ending was setting the stage for a beginning that surpasses what was lost. Heaven is turning the page right now. And you are stepping into a chapter written long before the battle ever began. The old chapter is closing, and the new one is opening with unstoppable divine power. All you need to do is step forward with unwavering faith. Your victory was written before the fight even began. This is God's final move, and it will astonish you. It will astonish your family, your friends, and even those who doubted your journey. You have always known this deep down. The still, small voice inside you has been whispering the truth all along. Your greatest days are not behind you. They are waiting just ahead. Receive them with open hands. Walk boldly into them with the confidence of someone who knows that when God acts, nothing can reverse it, nothing can delay it, nothing can stop it. The blessings coming are not partial or temporary. They are full, complete, and permanent. Every seed you planted, every prayer you whispered, every struggle you endured, it was all preparation for this exact moment. The clarity, strength, and peace you have gained are your tools to handle the overflow that is about to arrive. Now, all doubts must be left behind. All hesitation must be set aside. Every step you take from this point forward is aligned with a divine strategy that is beyond your control, yet perfectly designed for you. The victory you've been waiting for is not just near, it is already in motion. So rise into it fully. Step into the fullness of your purpose. Walk into the life God has been preparing for you, knowing that every closed door, every delay, every trial, and every tear has been orchestrated to bring you here. The story of your life is about to shock the world, because God's last move is final. It is complete, and it is absolutely unstoppable.